The evening, Sinister Intentions, presented by General Tire. Danielle Taylor gets set to take on Calie Cutler in the women's strawweight division. Danielle Taylor recently lost her title, looking to make a comeback. Calie Cutler looking to cut her off, no pun intended. And a quick look at behind the scenes at what these fighters had to say about each other.
Calie Cutler is wrestling. It's what I was basically raised to do. So when I kind of like shut my mind off, when I get to just go on autopilot and do what I love to do, it's a really good feeling. Plus throwing in that little extra punch here and there, like, I don't know, makes me feel good.
With me, I use my speed. I make up for the reach with my speed, countering, getting in there, closing the distance, throwing feints. I could get my hips under faster than other people and shoot and take them down if I needed to. My hips are already lower, just makes it that much easier.
Any opponent, though, no matter what they have, I don't know why, but I get a little scared. And then every day, though, I practice what they have, how I'm going to counter that, how I'm going to use my strengths against their weaknesses. And every single day, I beat them in my head over and over and over again. So by the time I get into the cage, I already beat them 100 times, and it's, it's just another day.
I did look up some of her videos. My coach, he looked up some of her videos. We look at them together and kind of work a game plan around that. I feel like I studied her, I looked at some of her stuff, but going into the cage, it's a whole different game, Just like me, I'm growing, she's growing as well.
When I first start out the fight, what I want to do is to strike until it's not fun for me anymore. So I always want to be the better striker in this situation because I love striking so much. I'd like to use it, but as soon as that goes south for me, I get to use my wrestling. So like when I first go into the cage, really what I really want to do is just pop her.
Pretty much the game plan is what it's always been. Just use my speed, work on my stuff. I'm gonna work my plan. Whatever she brings, she's gonna bring what she's gonna bring. And I'm gonna bring my A game.
Danielle Taylor, when you step into the ring, you will be fighting the Honey Badger.
Hey, Calie Cutler, you better bring your A game, because I'm going to bring my A game. I saw a few of your videos. I'm ready for you. So, may the best woman win.
Our tail of the tape for this matchup in the strawweight division. Calie Cutler gets set to take on Danielle Taylor. A 6-inch reach advantage will go to Calie Cutler. We'll see how this all pans out when we throw it to the veteran voice of the cage, Gene Stone.
Fight fans, are you ready for some women's MMA? Here is Calie, the Honey Badger, Cutler.
There she is, Sean, the Honey Badger. Off to a great start in her mixed martial arts career. Tonight, this is the toughest fight in her career. She's taken on the likes of many fighters in the Midwest, but tonight, her first time fighting in the state of Nevada, and to be on the West Coast fighting for King of the Cage.
Well, she has a great pedigree behind her. She comes in from a true wrestling background. We don't get a lot of women fighters that wrestled in college.
Yeah, no, it's just not like that, yeah.
So you can tell right away that she's super disciplined. She's in ridiculous shape. And most wrestlers are. They train harder than anybody else out there. So she comes in and she's ready. She's using the range. She says she wants to use the stand-up to set up her wrestling. But I don't know how that wrestling is going to pan out with somebody who's literally 6 inches, if not more, shorter than she is. It's going to be hard for her to change elevation and get low enough.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'll talk about her amateur record too, man. 10-1. That says a lot right there that she has started her amateur career. That is a serious fighter. Someone who's taken their career, like a loss, even on my amateur record, means something, Even though it doesn't show on their record, it does now, though. It used to at one time. They did not put amateur records online, and now they do.
Right. And, it's an opportunity for her to grow. It's an opportunity for her to figure out what she did wrong and what she needs to do to get stronger. On the flip side of that coin, we have Danielle Taylor coming off of a devastating knockout.
Yeah.
And that's a hard one to get over.
Well, both fighters have shared their losses, and tonight looking to regain from them. Fighting out of Macomb, Michigan, it's Calie Cutler. And to get Danielle Taylor out here, we'll go ahead and throw it to the veteran voice of the cage, Dean Stone. Oh. And of course, in her last 5 fights, you can see a win by decision over Lindsay Garbett. And of course, her loss, Calie Medeiros. And of course, Nikki Duncan. She had a win over her by submission. Of course, Jenna Serio, a win by TKO, and Brittany Dugas, which that was an absolute battle between them. But she ended that fight by submission as well. Looking to continue her tradition here tonight against Danielle Taylor. We'll go ahead and throw it to Dean Stone.
Here is Dynamite, Danielle Taylor.
Danielle Taylor fighting out of Palmdale, California. When she's not fighting, she is a sheriff. She is fighting crime out in the streets too.
Well, I'll tell you what, she's explosive, she's ridiculously athletic, and she's unbelievably strong. But as we mentioned earlier, Steve, this is the point at what you decide where you're really going to do with this sport. She got knocked out with a monster overhand right, out clean, and we're going to see how that affects the psychology of what she does when she's back in there.
And that's the thing, man. Jamie Colleen came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? She wasn't even fighting for King of the Cage. She came in because they saw her record, said, hey, you know what? Danielle Taylor wasn't able to make it, or her opponent, and so they called Colleen up. They had her come in, and Colleen just knocked Danielle Taylor out. And man, it was just a case of the underdog taking out the champion Bulldog.
Well, it was a fight. It was deep into the fight. The fight had already gone 23, 24 minutes, and Danielle Taylor could have possibly lost that fight anyway.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It was, you know, a huge championship fight, and again, it's a hard thing to get over, and we're going to find out right away how that knockout affects her.
Yeah, and of course, man, you know, getting that first loss is one thing. But to get your first loss and get knocked out, that's something that, how do you wrap your head around that? And a quick look, she's out of Saxon's Muay Thai out of Van Nuys, California. And of course, a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, but her hands is her bread and butter. And let's take a quick look at some of her past fights. Danielle Taylor coming off a huge loss by KO tonight, looking to redeem that loss. And of course, Glenna Avila, it going to a decision as well. And of course, Maria Andaverde got that by decision as well, but submitted Nikki Lowe, and of course there was a TKO over Jillian Liebarger. She looks to continue her winning ways here tonight as we throw it to the veteran voice of the cage, Dean Stone.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Las Vegas, Nevada, King of the Cage and General Tire present our co-featured bout of the evening, live on MAV TV. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Executive Director Bob Bennett, Chairman Francisco Aguilar. It's in conjunction with King of the Cage Incorporated, President and Founder Terry Trebilcock Jr., Matchmaker Al Jocelyn, Promoter Mike Lowe. The 3 judges scoring this bout will be Adelaide Bird, Glenn Trowbridge, and Tony Weeks. After the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Kim Winslow. And now, fight fans, here we go. Put your hands together. This is our co-feature of the evening. 3 rounds of MMA in the women's strawweight division. Introducing first, in the Lucas Oil blue corner, standing 5 feet 6 inches tall. Official weight, 115.4 pounds. She represents Jacked in Tan MMA. Professional record, 4 victories, 1 defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, from Stockbridge, Michigan, presenting Calie, the Honey Badger, Cutler. Her opponent across the cage, fighting out of our General Tire red corner, stands at 5 feet tall. Official weight, 115.8 pounds. She represents Saxon Muay Thai. Professional record, 5 victories, 1 defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former King of the Cage Women's Strawweight World Champion, Dynamite Danielle Taylor. Once again, your referee of our co-feature, Kim Winslow, 3 rounds scheduled.
Ladies, I expect a good, clean, fair fight. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. If you'd like to touch gloves, do so now. Back to your corners.
And here we go, Sean, our co-main event of the evening. The Honey Badger, Calie Cutler, set to take on Danielle Dynamite Taylor. Danielle switching camps after her loss, and now with the new cap. So we'll see how that pays off for her. Really didn't waste any time getting into another camp, you know?
Well, sometimes it's time to go. Just barely missing with an overhand right, but Cutler catches her with an overhand right of her own.
Yeah, Cutler definitely has the reach advantage here, but that has never been a problem in the past for Danielle Taylor. Looking to shoot in, Calie Cutler with a nice kick. You think this is the first time in history we have 3 women in the cage at the same time?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I'll tell you what, though, these fighters need to understand who their ref is, though.
Yeah.
Because Kim Winslow's not going to let it go on for too long. She stopped one maybe a little premature earlier tonight, so these guys have to know that. It's part of their game plan.
Calie Cutler, man, really utilizing those limbs. And now a nice knee delivered by Cutler.
Yeah, I'd really like to see Cutler establish that jab. You know, she's standing on the outside there. She could be picking away Danielle Taylor right now.
Somehow I sense a head kick coming on very soon. And almost.
Well, that'd be equivalent to a normal-sized body kick for Cutler right now.
Sure. You know, Danielle Taylor said, too, you know, I'm closer to the hips to be able to take people down. So we'll see when she has to utilize that technique.
Well, she really uses that to her advantage because she stays so low in her stance that it's really hard to deal with that, too.
Cutler really stuffing those takedowns with no problem.
Well, yeah, she was a collegiate wrestler. Of course she's going to stuff those takedowns.
Yeah.
Good combination from Cutler right now. Great head movement from Taylor.
Oh, and just rocks her a bit there, Sean, taking some heavy shots. Danielle Taylor looking to end this fight so quick. Cutler cannot hang in there, Sean.
Oh, I tell you what, Danielle Taylor just let out a fury of punches.
Taylor is back in the winning column, Sean. Wow.
Cutler did a good job of recovering from the first 2, maybe even 3 solid punches, but after that it was over.
Yeah, you saw some tenacity in that, Sean. That was insane. Look at this. She got around the reach advantage. At first, she had a couple of issues there, Sean.
She slipped, and Taylor was on her, bashes her with a straight right, looping right, drops her again, and it was over at that point.
You gotta love it, man. When the women step in there, Sean, tonight, they brought some very good excitement here with some stand-up and ended it concisively.
Taylor just quick and tenacious. Overhead right was having none of it.
Look at this. Right here, rocks her, comes in. And right here is where she totally gets rocked. Right there, she drops. That's when the ref steps in and says, you know what, that is enough. Wow, what a great fit. That's exactly what Danielle Taylor needed tonight, Sean. Yeah, look at that. Immediately from the aggressive face to a nice smile. You like to see that. Wow, so quick. We're going to go ahead and throw it to the veteran voice of the cage, Dean Stone.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee in charge, Kim Winslow, steps in and calls a halt to this bout due to strikes. The official time, 1 minute and 58 seconds of round number 1. Your winner by TKO, Dynamite Danielle Taylor.
Taylor puts herself back into the winning column here tonight at the joint inside the Hard Rock Hotel here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we are going to have a couple words with the former strawweight champion.
Danielle, congratulations on your victory tonight. Your strikes definitely came into play here. Is that the reason for your victory tonight?
Yes, it is. I've been working hard. I've been working with Julio Trana from Saxon Muay Thai. Thank you guys for helping me, and I love it. It's my sport.
So, do you feel you're back on track now?
Yes, I do. I'm back, and get ready. Just be ready. Dynamite is back. I'm explosive. Boom goes the dynamite.
Congratulations, Danielle.